Well, Lafayette, he's a certified life coach and a teen mental health practitioner. And he has been involved in technology, desktop support training for over 25 years. His career began in the US Navy, after which he worked in the private sector. And as a trainer, he was director of one of the nation's largest private technology training schools with campuses in Atlanta, Dallas, and Houston. As a technology services business owner, his company has provided IT services for government and Fortune 500 companies. Yes. Currently, he is executive director of the Pride Foundation, and the focus is to provide technology training and mentorship for young adults with the goal of providing them with employable skills so that they can become productive adults. He's also a mentor and a facilitator for the Dream Smart program, which is a program for young adults in the juvenile system, that's the juvenile justice system, and local high schools. Being a certified life coach and teen mental health practitioner, his mission again is to empower our young people with knowledge as well as to provide them with opportunities to be successful in life and in the technology space. And the Pride Foundation, that's a PRYDE Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome certified life coach and teen mental health practitioner, Lafayette Hamilton.
Good afternoon. Well, is it still morning? I'm lost. I'm so busy. I don't
It's
know.
still
So it's still
morning in
morning.
Jamaica.
It's still morning. Right. Okay. See, I'm confused. So anyway, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. I know it's morning or afternoon somewhere in the world, right? So, but thank you for the opportunity to be here, Ev. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I thank everybody that's participating. I thank all the speakers. Shalani, big respect. I've been listening to you for a little while, and I'm learning a lot. So I appreciate what you do. Everybody that's listening, this is about pivoting with technology. So basically, let me explain what that means. First of all, let me tell you about the Pride Foundation. So, as he mentioned before, and Ari talked about this a lot, is the Pride Foundation's objective is really to mentor young people, provide them with skills, and provide the resources for them to get into the technology industry. Um, One of the main focuses that we have, and the reason I mentioned mentoring before, is because as Ari mentioned in his presentation, their minds have to be right before they can achieve success. One of the most important things that I run into when I deal with young people is that they're not able to even see a future for themselves. So when you're trying to teach them that, look, you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish, they're looking at you like you're crazy because they're like, look, whatever. This is where I'm born. This is where I'm going to die. This is how I'm going to live. And they're incapable of seeing beyond what's right in front of them. So one of the main things that we do as a foundation, and one of the things that I do as a life coach, is I try to instill the values of success into young people. The first things that I try to teach them is, as you know, our tagline is think positive, live positive, right? So the reason I always start with that is because you can't accomplish anything in life with negativity, period. Because negativity only leads to more negativity, right? So if you think positive, you start to live positive. Because if you think positive, okay, so let's look at how the brain works, right? We receive information, right? So we process that information. And I always tell my students to ask yourself this question: is it positive? Is it productive? And is it progressive? And if it's not, then why are you listening? Why does it matter to you? So you have to focus your mind on the things that are going to benefit you in life. So that's one of the things that we try to instill in our students when we talk about think positive and live positive. So you receive the information, so you have to dissect it. Is it positive or is it negative? What am I going to do with it? Right? So if it's negative, obviously get rid of it. If it's positive, then you work on it. Right? So positive thought leads to positive speech, because if you have positive thoughts in your head, you're going to speak positive things, right? Am I right? Is everybody with me? Am I right? Can I get a yay?
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. So when you start speaking positive things, we all know about putting things out in the universe. If you speak it, it can come true, right? So the positive speech is what actually brings the other element of positivity back to you. Because if you're in an environment where you're always speaking negative, then you're going to get nothing but negativity back, right? So if you're in an environment where you're speaking positive and you're living positive, you're always going to get positivity back. I mean, you're always going to get negativity no matter what you do, but the positivity will be bigger than the negativity. Let's just put it that way to keep it simple. So those are some of the core things that we try to teach our students before we even talk about technology, because the thing is that if your mind is not right, you're not going to understand what it is that we're trying to teach you, right? So we have to fix that one part or correct that one part before we move into the technology thing, because what we're trying to do is train you on how to be a professional, right? So if you come from a negative environment that doesn't support professionalism, doesn't support education, doesn't support anything positive, then that may be a struggle for you because that is not your environment. So it's going to take you a while for you to get acclimated to that. So that's why we specialize in mentorship as a part of the program, because we understand that not everybody's going to come from an environment where they're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm getting all A's and all this. You know what I mean? The reality of it is that's not the case with most kids coming up today, right? Because of the negative influences that they have around. So that's why that is so much of a significant part of our program. So that's the mentorship part of it. Another important factor is we also teach them how to make good decisions, because everything that happens to us in life is really based on a decision that we've made, right? Sometimes we make decisions thinking they're good decisions and they turn out to be bad decisions, right? Has that ever happened to anyone? Yes. Yes. All right. See, I know. So that's what we talk about when we talk about making good decisions. Make sure that they're educated decisions. Make sure that they're positive decisions. So that's a big part of what we do also is showing you how to make the right decisions and how to decide if that's the right decision, right? It all goes back to positive. Is it a positive? Is it gonna lead to a positive outcome? And if you think about it, 90% of the times you can tell right away. You know if you're doing something wrong or you know if you're doing something right. A lot of times people know they're doing something wrong and they want somebody to convince them that it's right. So that's a big part of the training that we do to prepare them for the technology field. So moving on, once we get into the technology part of it now, we train them. We start from the basics. It doesn't matter where the kids are. We teach them everything from the basics, and the basics really includes just basic computer usage, internet security, everything that has to do with the operation of a computer. Because 9 times out of 10, if you go into any work environment, that's what you're going to be using as a computer, right? Even if it's at the initial stage where you're just maybe applying for the job or something of that nature, you still have to have basic computer skills. And we all know a lot of kids don't have access to the technology. And even if they have access to the technology, it's really limited. Like now people are doing distance learning, right? So a lot of the stuff that they're seeing is just basically curriculum based. It's not based on teaching them how to be productive using a computer or anything like that. So that's what we do as a foundation is we teach them computer skills, everything from basic up to advanced skills, depending on where the student wants to go or what their level of understanding is and what their ambitions are. So as a foundation in general, our goal is to provide the opportunity to build the kids and provide the opportunity for them to be successful. So that's what we do. We have different areas of technology that we focus on. Like I said, it's like 4 major ones, but if you understand technology, you understand that there's a million different areas that you can go into. But like anything else in life, everything starts at a basic point. So once you get past that basic point, then we can say, okay, this is what direction you want to go in. Let's say if you want to go into programming, this is what you have to learn to be a programmer. And we can help you to get set up with that. If you look on the screen, you'll see I have BIT on there. BIT is an organization that I'm a part of. I'm the Houston chapter president for BIT. And what we are is we're a global collection of technologists that have the same goal in mind, which is to include more people of color into technology careers. Because anywhere that you go, you see that there is a lack of Black people in technology. So that's really our focus, is to provide opportunities from these major corporations, from these entities that have jobs available. And the thing is, a lot of people don't know that they have the jobs available because they don't know what the jobs are. And a lot of people are not skilled enough to do these jobs. So that's where they have apprenticeship programs also set up to where you can actually go into the company and work for maybe six months to a year, depending on the apprenticeship program, and learn the job skills. And then they'll hire you or recommend you to somebody else, depending on how the internship works out. They'll do that for you to get your tech career started. So my whole focus and the foundation's focus, whether it be Pride Foundation or BIT, is to get you interested in technology, show you the opportunities that are available in technology, and give you the resources to start your career. Where you go from there, it's all up to you. So that's pretty much pivoting to technology, the importance of technology for everyone. I mean, we all know we use technology every day, right? I always explain that technology is like air. You can't live without it, right? So from your cell phone to your computer to your car to whatever, everything is technology based. There's no business or organization that can function without technology. So it makes sense because somebody has to create the technology, somebody has to sell the technology, and then somebody has to fix it or support it. So that's your industry right there. That's your job outlook. And you think about it, technology is always growing. Right now in the United States, there's over 3 million jobs that are going unfilled, and it's increasing every year because they can't find people to fill the positions. And the reason they can't find people to fill the positions because nobody knows that they exist, right? So nobody, if someone says, look, let's say a high school kid, you say, okay, I have some technical ability, but I don't know what to do. I want to get into technology. I don't know what to do. Well, this is where the Pride Foundation comes in. We'll assess your skills and then we'll set up a path for you and we'll help you to get there. So that is what our whole goal is. That is what my whole goal is. Because I remember when I got into technology, I mean, luckily I like to read and I like to research, but it took me a long time to really understand the technology industry and understand where I wanted to be. So to me, if you have someone that can help you along the way and you start early, it's more beneficial to you. And another thing that's great about technology is that there is, like I said, there is no shortage of employment opportunities. There is no shortage of just different things that you can do because every day there is new technology created.
This event is sponsored by Ev McLilly Teas. Visit evmclillyteas.com for the finest herbal teas sourced from mainly small organic farms all over the world. To make your purchase, go to evmclilly.com, that's evmclilley.com, or WhatsApp 347-995-6556. That's 347-995-6556.
Every day. If you look at mobile apps, there's millions of mobile apps. Well, somebody created it and somebody has to support it. Websites, same thing. I mean, any industry that you can think of, whether it's a technical industry, if it's medical, back in the days, nurses used to just be nurses. Now they have to have computer skills, right? Because everything is on a computer. It doesn't matter what industry you are in. So you have to be computer literate. So that is our mission with the Pride Foundation, to help our young people, get them started early so that they can have successful careers. So that is pretty much it for me for pivoting to technology. Does anyone have any questions?
I do.
Yes.
All right. So, Mr. Hamilton, what would be, I mean, I definitely agree when you said technology, you definitely can't without it. And the other day I had that experience when my phone froze. So the touch, it was no longer touch sensitive. So I couldn't answer.
Mm-hmm.
Everything fell through, meaning I couldn't get through to my client. I couldn't get through to anything at all. And that's, I was like, really and truly, where we are now, there's no going back.
Right.
Technology, we need it in every step of the way. So we know that I know a lot of young people are graduating, leaving universities, and so many persons are out of jobs, right? What would you say is the greatest effect or the reason for, young people, I mean, being qualified in this sector and not being able to get a job? Is it because they aren't researching, or is it because, or they are networking, or is it because most of these jobs, you have to really and truly create linkages to get there? So what would be the main
Okay,
reason
so
why people without jobs in that sector right now?
okay, so there's a couple of ways to answer that question. Number one, it depends on your economy. Obviously, Jamaica is different from the United States. Larger economy, more opportunities. So it depends on where you are. One of the most important things is if you're going to get into any career, it would be in your best interest to be in a company of people that are already in that position or that career. So that's why we have BIT. So you can be a member of BIT for free. And if you're on my Facebook page, if you're on the Pride Foundation Facebook page, you'll see all the opportunities that I post up every day, every week. It's endless, right? So that's the thing, is you have to be associated with people that are in technology. And that's how you get the information.
Okay. Good one.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. And this is what I tell young people all the time, is if you're going to pursue something as a career, wouldn't it make sense for you to do as much research as possible?
Yep.
And the internet, I mean, the internet, you can find anything. The internet is not a secret to anybody. I mean, you can go, you Google anything.
Yeah.
You can Google anything. You know, and I said this on Ev's show the other night. I said, I tell young people all the time, and I will not stop saying it, is if you want to have a career, if you want to be a productive human being, spend your time doing productive things. So if you're on social media, minding everybody else's business, is that productive? No. You could spend that same time researching a career. How do I get from here to there? What do I need to do? Who do I need to talk to? You have to make the effort. You have to put in the time into building yourself as an individual. That's how you achieve success. The people that you're looking at on TV or on social media, they already got money. They're already doing what they want to do. So what are you doing? You know?
And it's good that you've mentioned that, and I'm happy that their parents who are here as well, they're to motivate the youngsters and to help them. I mean, a lot of times young people would be like, oh, you have no clue, this is what is in now. But really and truly, it's just to try to get your children or to get your young people to be doing more research, be in the know.
Mm-hmm.
Technology, it's at our fingertips. It's just what it is you spend your time doing.
Exactly. And like I said, positivity leads to positivity. Productivity leads to productivity. So if you want to be productive, deal with productive people. You know, we said it earlier, show me a company, I show you who you are. Right? So if you're not a criminal, don't hang out with criminals. If you want to be successful, then hang out with successful people. It's really that simple. That's the math. You know, so like people always say, you know, the rich keep getting richer and the poor keep getting poorer. Well, the simple math is because the rich keep on doing the same thing. That's why they keep getting richer. And the poor keeps on doing the same thing, which is why they keep getting poorer, or the situation remains the same. So as we all know, that's the definition of insanity, right? Repeating the same thing and expecting a different result.
Yeah.
So if you want to make a change, you have to make a change in your behavior. You have to make a change in your lifestyle. Nothing comes easy. You have to be willing to work for it. You know. So if you're a young person out there and you're willing to work for it and you're disciplined and you're serious, you can get in contact with us. If you want to get into technology, get in contact with us. We'll create a roadmap for you and we'll help you to get going. One of the things that we're doing right now, we're doing a free class every third Saturday of the month, a free technology class. It's open to everybody anywhere. And basically, I don't have a curriculum for the class because it's not really meant for that. It's just meant to give you an introduction into technology. So every session, we're going to do something cool. Like last session, we did some stuff with Google, you know, things that you didn't know Google could do, right? So those are all important tools that you need to have if you're going to be in an office environment. You have to know how to use those tools and use them productively. And that's what's wrong with a lot of our young people. They have computer skills, but they're not using it productively. They're doing all kinds of things other than what they should be doing with it. So that's what we focus on.
Okay, so you're saying that's every third Saturday. Just repeat that, every third
Every
Saturday.
third, right? Every third Saturday. Right now we have it scheduled for 1 o'clock Eastern time, and it's on our Facebook page. So anything that we're doing is on our Facebook page, which is at the Pride Foundation. Really simple, Pride with a Y. So you can check it out and you can see everything that we're involved in. If you want to support us. As we said, we're a nonprofit profit organization, so we are always in fundraising mode. We need funds to make these things possible. Obviously, the more money we have, the more people that we can reach, the more we can do. So, we're always looking for funding for the programs. So, yeah.
Awesome. Evadne, over to you.
Yeah. Just to ask what aspect of technology do you think that young people should be revved up about at this time, as we try to with the current situation, the COVID era? What's the best?
Internet security is really major right now because, it's a crazy industry right now. They're short of people like crazy because there's so much hacking going on, so much intrusion going on. And with everybody being online now people are more susceptible to disaster. So security, it was big before, but now it's even bigger. So if you have the mental capacity to deal with network security, now would be the time to get into it. Artificial intelligence is really big, but that's a growing thing because, like we talked about cars, everything right now is going to be automated. Within 5 years, I just posted something on our Facebook page. Cars right now, pretty much you could have the app and you could tell your car to come to your door, take you to work, take you to school, take you here, take you there, driverless cars. Somebody has to support that. Somebody has to fix it, right? So that's what I'm saying. Technology is always changing, it's always growing. Industries are always being created, and industries are not going anywhere. They're always adding. There's not any shortage. It's not going anywhere. So if you want to get into technology, the first thing to consider is what is your skill set? What do you enjoy doing? So it's not really significant what is trending, but it's what you're capable of doing, because not everyone can do everything. And that's why it's important to start with the basics so you could have a better understanding of where your skills are, and then we can develop those skills. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, I heard you just mentioning vaguely about funding for the various programs that youths might want to get involved in. Am I to take it that you said that it is free for the youths if they're interested to learn something?
For the class, for the class, for the class that we do on the 3rd, yes, it's completely free. Yes. But the programs that we're doing, because it's a curriculum-based program, and we're giving you two things. We're not just giving you the technical skills, we're giving you the life skills to go with it as well. So, and I can tell you some of the things that we teach as far as the life skills part of the curriculum. Like I said, we focus a lot on mental toughness, how to be prepared for, for the real world, what you're going to see out there in the real world. So we teach them how to develop mental strength. We teach them leadership skills. We also teach them how to maximize personal productivity, which we talked about earlier, is to use your time productively for whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. We teach them how to build relationships, or what we call beneficial relationships. And we just touched on that a while ago. It's about your associations, people that can help you to grow. So that's what we teach them as well. We teach them personal and business etiquette. In a work environment, in a corporate environment, in a professional environment, a lot of our youth are just not acclimated to that. They've never been in that environment, so they don't know how to dress, they don't know how to speak, they don't know how to conduct themselves. So that's a part of the training as well. And we create a clear path for them as far as their life goals. So we'll set different steps for them. We say, okay, step 1 is here, step 2 is here, step 3 is here. And we help them to build, and we help them to grow. And we also help them to make sound financial decisions. That is very important, because you have to learn how to manage money. You have to learn how money works. You have to learn about budgeting. One of the things that I always emphasize to my students is you can't make $10 and spend $15. That math does not up. I don't care how you do it.
This event is sponsored by Ed McLilly Teas. Visit edmclillyteas.com for the finest teas and herbal teas sourced from mainly small organic farms all over the world. Visit evmclilly.com for your purchases or WhatsApp at 347-995-6556.
Yeah, wonderful to hear that. Wonderful. Shalane, how does that this whole discussion make you feel as a young person? Do you see much young people gravitating towards really learning technology? I know they like to use it to play games and to do regular social stuff, but I mean the serious studying of technology and excelling in it. Do you see young people looking like they want to gravitate towards that?
Well, definitely. I mean, more and more you have individuals who, I'm not technologically savvy, but you have so many other persons, but I would love to know. There are so many things out there that I'd love to learn. And I mean, for me, for somebody who is now a YouTuber, a vlogger, there are so many things that I'd love to learn. How it is that I can manage this platform or manage this aspect. As we talk about, we're now online. Everything is now online, internet banking. There's so many other things. But I know that there are a lot of young persons out there who this is their chosen path. They're all into technology, different aspects of it. For me, when I used to hear of technology, I just saw it as, okay, just somebody who works with computers. But there are so many different aspects of it. We have networking, you have the cyber team. There's so many aspects of it. And I know that a lot of young persons have, I mean, they know their individual areas where they can excel. And there's so many young persons who want to hear about this. So I'm happy that Mr. Hamilton is actually here. So this is good.
Wonderful. Yeah, thank you so much, Lafayette. Thank you for your time, for being so generous to come to the middle of the day to be here with us to share in this conference. I know you're a busy man, multifaceted, and you found the time to do this. Why do you think it is so important, apart from the course, why do you think it's so important for young people to be engaged at this level, to be listening into conferences like this?
Okay, so I heard someone say this the other day, and it is so absolutely true, is if you do not educate, you will incarcerate.
Mm-hmm.
So if kids are not educated, and this could be education for them as well, if they're watching this video, they're watching all the presenters on this video, that could serve as education for them. Mm-hmm. Because when kids have something positive to do or something to channel their energy, the chance of success is a lot higher. Mm-hmm. And that's what we focus on. So I think right now, let me put it to you this way. If you're interested in getting into technology, just go log on to our Facebook page. Just log on to the Pride Foundation and connect with me from there, and we could talk about anything. Let's just put it that way. Mm-hmm. You know, but just know that there are endless opportunities in technology. There are the resources that are here to help you to get into technology. There are endless jobs, opportunities. I can't even begin to tell you. So if you're interested in getting into it, and it does not matter where you're located. I can't think of one country on God's green earth that does not use technology. So wherever you are, we can connect. Like I said, BIT, we have chapters all over the world. So I could connect you with someone with a chapter there if we exist wherever you are, and we can get you connected. But the main thing is right now, get the training, get the education, stay positive, and you'll be successful.
All righty. Wonderful.
Well,
so thank you so much. You have something more to say, Sheila?
Yeah, I just have to say, I don't have to use your last name because I do not want to mess up the first name. Already, I have persons reaching out to me. They want to find out more about what you have to offer. So definitely we'll be sending, and that's why these forums are actually very important. Networking, persons will see you, persons will find out what it is that you have to offer. And what this platform and how we can actually get other persons involved. So people have been reaching out, wanting to find out what is it you have to offer and how it is that you can help them to transition for the future. So this is good.
Right. And he did speak, about being able to do things remotely.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. So yeah, that's the beautiful thing about technology is we're able to reach anybody anywhere. You know, I mean, I know like in Jamaica, I know there's some bandwidth restrictions and stuff like that, but we can make it happen some way, somehow.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah.
Anything else, Shalini?
No, that's it from me. It's
Okay.
a pleasure meeting you, though.
Okay, Lafayette, thank you so much. Have a wonderful
All right, guys. Thank you.
Great.
Thank you again, Ed, for having me. I hope this was beneficial to somebody. And like I said, please feel free to reach out. I'm always available. Go on the Facebook page. All the contact information is there. All right. You have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to y'all.
All right. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Great. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, you are in the right place. You're at the Newmarket St. Elizabeth Community Impact Youth Leadership Summit 2021. My name is Evadne. I'm your host, and I have with me my co-host, Shalini Seaton, who is sitting in for this session. And we are waiting for our next guest to arrive. She said she was caught up in a meeting. She will be with us shortly. So while we're waiting for her, I saw Yvonne come rejoin. So can we just chit chat a little bit here, Yvonne? And Shalini.
Yes.
You tell me something. How do you find the summit so far, Shalini?
It's actually, and I have to say, when I saw
Yvonne, are you able to join me with video, Yvonne?
Okay, let me try to join you.
Okay, thanks. Shalini, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying, when I saw the agenda, when I saw the lineup for the persons who would be here, the speakers, I mean, I was blown away. I'm blown away at the work that is being done. And just to hear, which is very important, and I'm happy that I'm a part of this. I'm just motivated, and I think this summit has actually, it's been inspirational. So it has now shown me that, I mean, I'm on my journey, and a lot of persons have heard my story of how it is I got started. But these are the stories that you want to hear. And as a young person, it will help you to pivot. How it is that I'm going to launch, how it is I'm going to go forward. So I have to say that this is very important, and I want persons just to share the link, send it to somebody. You never can tell. There are so many other young persons out there who want to be inspired, want to be motivated. So share it with somebody, share it with your youth, your children, your niece, your nephew, whoever it is. Let them know, let them come on, let them join. They may be able to learn something just as much as I'm learning, and I'm being motivated right now.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have to keep emphasizing the importance of sharing the link, because you don't know who will see that and be inspired. So Yvonne, can you mute yourself? I'm getting a feedback. We don't know who will see it and be inspired by what they see. So it's important that you share it. Even if you can stop to sit down and watch, it's a good idea to share, because it may be of benefit to somebody else who it reaches. So those are really great information for young people. Really, really great information.
Very important. So share the link, put it on your timeline. Share it on, if it's WhatsApp that you have, or you can share it on Facebook. Just let persons know, because I think this will be beneficial to a lot of persons. A lot of persons should be in the know.
Yeah, let me see on Facebook if we have anyone here who is talking to us. I hope the people over there at YouTube figure out by now that it wasn't.
Yeah, so some persons, they were asking, and I think they got it, that we're going to be here and not on YouTube.
Yeah, the YouTube thing was just not working out. And so we had to switch. So let me see the Facebook group, I mean the Facebook page, if there's anyone there right now who is watching. We have 11 people on right now. Hi guys, do you have any question that you want to share, to ask, or any comments you want to share? Who is here? I'm seeing, let me see. So Andre Wright was here. I want a car that can fly, he says. Romana, money management would be a great skill for the young people to learn. This would make life-changing differences. Monica Jones is watching. Are you able to see those comments, Shalini?
Yes, I'm looking at them now, and I'm also trying to share this link right now on my Facebook page so that other persons can actually tune in.
Right. So let's read more of those comments. We are waiting for our guest to join us. She asked for an additional 10 minutes because she was stuck in a meeting. So we're just gonna continue until she gets here.
Romania Parkinson. I'm not sure if you saw that one. You saw that one?
I saw one from Romania.
Oh, okay. Romania says money management would be a great skill for the young people to learn. This would make a life-changing difference. And that is true.
Do you agree with?
Definitely, as you heard, and I think even the other day, I don't know if persons have been hearing this song that has been out. Is it Yaxter? I think his name is Yaxter. When I think a lot of young persons know we are the flossing, as persons would say, and a lot of times would spend more than we earn. So money management is very important. And even for persons in the agro businesses, you're starting up, you need to know how to manage your money. You need to know how much you're going to save, how much you're going to invest, because investment is not for you now, but it's for you later and for your kids to come. So investment and even for your retirement as well. So that indeed is true.
Okay, great. Thank you. Mofa Lee says, great presentation, Mr. Seaton. Rachel Brown, good morning to all. Ava Griffiths, thank you for sharing. Lorna Boros Roach, thank you, Shalini. Romania Parkinson, lovely music, good day. Marcia says, Romania again says, good advice, focus on the opportunities. Angela Smith says, St. Elizabeth New Market. Big up to you, Angela. Romania again says good morning, and Angela and Romania again, thank you. Kev, great music. Hyacin Kuhn, good morning. And good morning says Andre. Paulette Black says good morning. Unstoppable. Rodney says, can you please send the link for YouTube? The YouTube wasn't working out, so we had to make the switch. So we will post the videos over there later, but it wasn't working out when we attempted it earlier. It was a whole set of confusion with us getting looping of the sounds. So Romania here says very good presentation again. And yeah, Shelley Ramsey says great lesson in strategic management. Awesome and inspiring, says Shelley. Okay. Anything else you want to add here, Shalini?
No, it's just good to actually see persons coming on, and we have 13 persons here. I know that maybe a lot of persons are actually at work and can't get to be on now, so I know they will actually see it later. But right. Just to remind persons just to share it on their timelines, so even if persons can't.
This event is sponsored by Ev McLilly Teas. Visit evmclillyteas.com for the finest herbal teas sourced from mainly small organic farms all over the world. To make your purchase, go to evmclilly.com, that's evmclilley.com, or WhatsApp 347-995-6556. That's 347-995-6556.